Hi everyone, Pastor Justin here. I'm excited to introduce you to Julie Polson, our Communications and Media Director at First Christian Church. She has been involved in Leadership Napa Valley for this past year, and I just love that about her, that she has a heart to be a part of our community and serving in big ways, and she has a story to share with you.
Since September, I've been part of a program called Leadership Napa Valley. One of the big pieces of the program is something called a practicum project, where the entire class is split up into groups, and as groups we come up with our own community development project. Well, my group's project was historical in nature. It required some meetings with the city to get approval for a sign we wanted to put up. It required fundraising, and we were moving full steam ahead, excited about moving forward with this. And then the coronavirus hit, and everything in life seemed to come to a screeching halt, including meetings we had with the city. Fundraising seemed inappropriate. The timing was off. With so many people suffering and fearful and isolated, it seemed like the last thing that we should be doing. So our group talked. We had several Zoom meetings, and we talked about what it might be like to change our project. And for us, we tried to come up with some of the biggest problems we could see just amongst those in our community and see if we could come up with a solution. Two things rose to the top. One was that we have seniors in our community that we're now having to isolate, many living alone, and many afraid because people are very fearful of getting the virus, and we all know that loneliness is not a good thing. People get too lonely, and it's not good. And the second thing that came to the top was all the children who were home, and parents who were suddenly having to work from home, and kids being bored while the schools figured out what to do with distance learning and what that was going to look like. And so as families were waiting for that to take shape, they were struggling with their kids that needed something to do. And so we kind of pulled those two things together and tried to come up with a solution that would fill both needs. We decided to create a Facebook group called Heart for Art. And we marketed the group towards parents, inviting them to have their children create artwork that could be sent to seniors that are isolated in our Napa community. We reached out to Calabria Care, and they have been giving this art to the clients in their adult day program. We also reached out to Meals on Wheels, and they were also interested in receiving art to distribute to up to 500 people in their program. I'd like to give a big shout out to my practicum group, Jeff, Caitlin, Andrea, and Mark, 4 individuals with huge hearts for Napa. And I'd like to invite you to join Heart for Art, our Facebook group. Whether you're on Facebook or not, you're welcome to create art and deliver it to Calabria Care or Meals on Wheels, or mail it to either of those places. And we will make sure that seniors who are isolated get a little bit of encouragement from you.
We are all created in the image of God, and there's none more creative than our God, amen? So that means each and every one of us have creative gifts in us, whether we know they're there or not. So how are you going to use those to bless others? Hey, I'm just excited that we get to continue to share this message. What are some stories that you have that we can share with others? Would you email us at stories@fccnapa.org? And also just drop us a comment below letting us know how you're making an impact or how others have made an impact in your life during this time. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful weekend.